what a pleasure it is to finally have you in the studio.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited.
I know. We saw each other at the We did.
We did, and I have to tell you. So usually when I'm singing and I'm working, I can't drink, and I have to be careful. But at the music awards, I had the night off, and I was celebrating.
Wasn't that fun?
I'm glad I could stand on my stool or sit on my stool that evening.
You did.
I had some incriminating pictures taken.
that
Just
evening.
like Roger Rabbit kind of stuff going on.
I love it.
Pretty sure I kissed you on the cheek that night.
Oh, it was so much fun. I know. I love that picture. It was just that was like the essence of the evening, which was great. It was so great to see everybody.
Talk right into that mic, Gracie, so we don't miss. And I've got everybody's mics on over here. Tell us about your evening at the Boston Music Awards.
Oh, it was magical. It was magical. And you guys had Barrett on last week.
Yes, we did.
And we love Barrett. And Barrett was actually one of the first people to come into the studio with us. And so we love him, and we love Peter Parchek. And so thank you so much for supporting the blues here in Boston.
Absolutely. It's so limited, isn't it?
It is, but we're a feisty bunch, and we're such a small community that I think that it's extra nice to see, Barrett win. That was awesome. We're so excited for us.
Absolutely. Well, it's just, and you were nominated in there, and I think that's the equal too. It's just such an honor. And I didn't so much mean that it's limited. I meant in terms of airplay and the exposure you guys get.
Sure.
I know they have the special blues shows that happen here and there. But I also am a firm believer that when you do a local music show, you've got to cover all of what's going on around us, not just one genre.
Absolutely.
And
amen. Yeah.
And let's face it, rock and roll comes from the blues, baby. So we're talking to Gracie Curran and Tom Carroll here on WAAF They Say Rock. And tell us a little bit about what you're up to now since we last saw each other.
Well, we've been nominated for a Blues Music Award.
Ooh.
Yes, which we're really excited about. And like Buddy Guy is a nominee, and Tedeschi Trucks are nominated.
In the same category?
Not in the same category. We are Best New Artist, but
nice.
It's like the highest honor for a blues musician. So we're really thrilled. So we're going down to Memphis in May and see if we, but security is gonna be taking me off of Buddy Guy's lap, I'm pretty sure. So we'll see how that goes. They'll be like, ma'am, can you go back to your seat, please?
How exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And when does all of this take place?
May 8th and 9th, yeah. So.
And this is in Memphis?
In Memphis.
Oh,
and they say 90% of the nominees perform. So there's a good chance that all those people are going to be playing, which is crazy. Valerie June is
I thought you were going to be like, we're performing.
There's a good possibility. Usually the Best New Artist play. So we'll
push
see
that.
what happens.
Get on that.
I'm
Get
working.
On it. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been sitting in people's bushes. It's been good.
I mean, I know that you just blow them away in Memphis too. I mean, what a talent.
And we just got back. We just had a road trip for a couple weeks and played North Carolina and Marysville, Tennessee, and all over the place. And we had such a great, people come in from like Ohio. They're like, oh, we drove 2 hours to come see you. It's crazy.
Really?
And then they request the song that we never do, of course. But it makes us feel like we're making progress, and we're people are hearing us. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I have to say, the Boston Freedom Rally, you've done that. I don't know what's going to happen with that on the Commons in the future with all these restrictions now, and how they're going to do the smoke out with this crazy new no smoking in public spaces. I mean, but they're
gonna have one big net and just arrest everyone.
Yeah, I know. Really, they're gonna have to throw a net down. But I have to say that
I just gave them a good idea.
What's that?
I just gave them a really good idea.
I know you did. You shouldn't be saying that.
I know.
Crespo. You don't want to feed the.
Just blame it on me. What's different?
What's
always
different?
Always how it
feed
is.
the perps against herb smokers. But at any rate, I wanted to say you were on stage at the Boston Freedom Rally. And it was just riveting. You came within ear range, and I had to stop right there where I was and watch you on stage. I mean, it was really amazing. So there's no chance, folks, to the fact that you, Gracie, and the High Falutin Band have earned so much recognition and nominations. This is really wonderful. Finally, you're getting out there and
thank you. Thank you. That was an honor too. My mother insisted on coming that day. She was so excited. So my mother came to the Freedom Rally.
Awesome.
Yes. So she was thrilled, and I was like, Mom, enjoy yourself, have a good time. She's like, oh, I'm meeting the best people, and she worked at merch booth and was probably high as a kite, but
yeah. I mean, it's contact high.
Yeah, contact high, exactly.
Even if you don't,
Yeah, I mean, come on.
She was like, what time are you playing?
Yeah, she's no rookie. Come on.
Well, you're a natural on stage. Just you really go with the flow, and that's really a rare thing. It's just a natural energy that you have, and I'm very excited for you. So tell us what you're doing, like when you step out of the studio tonight. Do you have shows coming up this week? Are you going into the studio?
We're actually playing, we started working on our second album, which is kind of crazy. And, if Peter Parchek's listening, Peter, I'm going to drag you down to Nashville and you're going to record with us, hopefully. But we're really excited about that. But we have a great show coming up on February 22nd in Woburn for Blues for Veterans. We're really excited to support them, and it's such a great cause. So we hope you come out to Woburn. There's more information about it on our website, graciecurran.com. But such a great cause. So we hope you come out. And we'll be at Smokin' Joe's, I'm sure. That's like our home away from home. So, every third day you'll see me there.
That's good. So you play there regularly?
Yeah. That's like our home away from home here in the city. Smokin' Joe's is the place we go. So any Tuesday you can see, Ronnie Earl just, hanging out, sitting in with Eddie Shear. And it's just a great time every week. And so it's really the hidden jewel of the city, I think. I think you can, go to these big venues and see these people, or see them in a room with 30 people, and it's magical. So, I thank Joe and Wendy Dodd for providing a space like that, because it's so necessary, especially for us blues artists out there.
Absolutely.
So we appreciate them, but it's coming back, Gary Clark Jr. and all Black Keys. The blues is coming back.
It's always been there. And it's always been, like I said, underlying rock and roll wouldn't be without blues.
But it's good to hear it on popular radio, which I think is, and it's just a great feeling to have that come back. And watching Bruno tonight, that was like a throwback a little bit.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Wow. So Tuesday nights at Smokin' Joe's, folks can catch you over there.
We go and hang out a lot, Tuesday Night All Stars, because it's usually always a good time there. I mean, no matter who it is, every weekend. So you'll see us there a lot, but definitely check our schedule, because, we're on the road more, which is exciting, but, we don't get to play Boston as much anymore. So we hope we see everybody when we do come play here. And yeah, Smokin' Joe's on the 22nd, Blues for Veterans. That's a exciting one.
Nice. And your website, again, as you just mentioned, folks should check out your schedule.
Is graciecurran.com, and feel free to Facebook me. We can, talk to each other, chat.
Good.
Play words with friends, how we spend Facebook time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice. we can, while I'm in my pajamas, we can have a conversation. That's, I was going to say your PJs at the Boston Music Awards, which is really funny. It's on December 8th, folks. It's the winter, and you had your flip-flops on. And I didn't even notice that until I saw the photographs later. That was so cool. There's a reason. I'm very clumsy, so it's more of a safety issue than anything else.
Do your feet get cold in the winter?
No, I just am afraid if I have adult shoes on that I will break my face when I fall.
Like right now, you're wearing flip-flops.
Yeah,
is this serious?
Especially when I sing, because I close my eyes, and I've had too many near misses.
Yep.
So I just learned my lesson. It's funny, I wore heels the other night down on Beale Street. We were there, all night till 4 a.m. and I had heels on all night. I was so proud of myself, and I couldn't understand how I did it. But then I realized it was mostly, the booze that got me through that night of heel wearing, and it will never happen again because my dogs were hurting the next day. So
it was a one shot.
Yeah.
It was a
one shot deal. They're overrated. They suck. I'm sorry.
You're right. And it was just so refreshing to see.
I will bedazzle my toes if that's what it takes to wear flip flops in the middle of January. I don't know.
And your second album, when did you say that's due out?
Well, okay, so we are writing right now with Ted Drozdowski, who's a Boston guy. One of my favorites. We had a good time in Memphis last week.
Wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Scissormen.
awesome. Oh, the Scissormen are great. And we actually played with Matt Snow on the road, Tommy and I, when we were traveling last week. And he's like a crazy guy, so that was so much fun to play with like Boston folk while we were traveling everywhere we went. But Ted has just been awesome, and we had a great writing session on my last day in Nashville, and so I'm really looking forward to it's going to be different. When we wrote the first album is really just, my early 20s and, how can I mess up next? And so I think this is going to be a little bit different.
But that was just like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know, really. Who am I kidding?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
so hopefully this is, some type of growth,
Excellent.
on my part. But yeah.
Do you have a timeline on this when
no,
folks could
hopefully,
expect it?
yeah, no, not at all. We are just, I guess you're hearing it here first. We're going to be launching an Indiegogo campaign soon. So thank you, fans, because they helped us with our first time around, our first album, and look where it's gotten. So thank you so much. We couldn't have gotten here without you guys. So thank you so much. And so, next time around, I hope, hello, we're coming. I hope you guys see it on Facebook and contribute to the next album, because we're hoping it's going to be even better. And, Ted gets creative with some things. So God knows we're going to have some noises on that album. I think it's going to be interesting to see what he throws down on that.
I'm very excited about that. I didn't know.
He did Peter's first album.
Ted Drostowski did Peter Harchek's?
He produced Mathematics of Love.
Wow.
And it's amazing. So I'm excited to work with Ted. It's exciting.
It's really exciting to me to know. I didn't realize that all you guys knew each other and worked together, and I just, so many of you are my favorite people.
I love it.
My favorite people.
Nice, yes.
So that's Gracie Curran and Tom Carroll of the Falutin Band in the WAAF studios with us right now, and you've got the Tuesday night jams going on at the
they're Eddie Shear's jams, but I frequent them.
Sweet.
And I suggest you go. And definitely check out the website, and we hope you sign on to become a member of the Blues Foundation, which is the organization that puts on the Blues Music Awards, and they do a tremendous amount for education and blues in the schools, and healthcare for musicians, and so many great programs. So it's blues.org is the name of the foundation, and if you become a member, I think it's like you can become a member for $20, and if you become a member, you're able to vote for your for the nominees this year, and again, some really great people in that category. So yes, it's very, we hope you go on and support it. It's a great foundation. So.
Well, I just learned something new tonight. I had no idea about that.
Yeah, they used to be the W.C. Handy Awards.
Okay.
And the first time I saw Buddy Guy in Chicago, I walked in and there was like this nice glass case and all his W.C. Handy Awards, Blues Music Awards, and I was like, oh. So the idea that we might get to take one of those home is pretty crazy.
I'm so rooting for you. I'm so excited about this.
Yeah.
And you do have a web page.
We do, GracieCurran.com. I hope you go to it. And we have our CD Proof of Love for sale there. And like I said, the Room Full of Blues guys, they play horns on it, and they're awesome. Those guys are so much fun. So they're on it, and Bruce Bears as well, and Richard Rosenblatt, who is just such a great guy. He actually co-produced with us and plays harmonic on it, and he's just been another guy that's been so in our corner. So to have so much support come out of Boston, I mean, that's something so unique to this area, that we have people like Richard Rosenblatt and Ted Drozdowski, here, and that are so supportive of musicians that are from here. So thank you so much, because we appreciate that.
And we thank you so much, Gracie. Gracie Curran, Tom Carroll. We are honored to have you here. And you are a gift to Boston, lady. So
you as well. Thank you so much.
Keep up that great work. Thank you. And once again, big thanks to Gracie Curran and Tom Carroll of the Falutin Band. A great performance tonight. We want to thank you. Let's hear one more round of applause for these guys.